Fall festival.
I mean, how do you begin?
Well, it's Lifefield, yeah.
Can our kids
This
do
is going to be
that?
my participation. Just standing up field scene meeting for the English department. 22nd, 8:45 a.m.
Oh, Miss Fraser's right there.
Yes.
Thank you.
You spend money or?
6.
No, it's Christian's donation and all the causes. Yes. Robert, do you need more copies?
That's it. Participating.
Are we attacking here? No. No. We're just making a cameo. Because we have Lee College meeting today. Center. Yes. It's to talk about full credit classes for what I think they should know things to wear. But you look super cute. I think I was
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah.
But it's black.
Yeah.
Black.
I might need to remind Sarah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I always
Janie's a listener in PLC meetings. She sits back and takes it all in. I have to write down everything. No, I'm just a write down person. I don't take notes for her. She's just a audio, more visual.
Roll up the thing if everybody's there.
You're missing. I know, so why would they?
It could also be.
At the door.
All right. Miss Lee, Miss Myers. Good things, y'all are up. Good things. Share some good things with me. There you go.
I want to thank you for not micromanaging our telling us how we need to do our job and expecting that we know how to do the job the best way that we, treating us as professionals and trusting that we know what we're doing and interviewing when we need to, of course, but not micromanaging. My sister had a really bad experience today.
Yes.
I got you math curriculum specialist, horrible feeling, and treated her terribly. And so, and it was over something that was the principal disagreed with math specialist. And so it's above the principal, and so that was just a big mess. And so I'm thankful for my district. I'm thankful for my campus, and I'm thankful for you.
We're thankful for you.
So, thank you.
And I just had just 15 minutes ago a compliment on the English department. Did y'all have it together? Question.
Thank you.
Seriously. Seriously.
I have good things. I think my juniors are finally kind of stepping up a little bit. I know.
How's the letters go?
The letters were great. I've had some emails from some teachers just thanking for the process and everything. Had a kid, Xavier, at first he was like, well, she comes to me first and all this. Yeah, and I told him, look, this isn't what it's all about. So I told him, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this as you messed up. We're going to do better. But the first step in that is admitting that you're wrong. And so it took me like 30 minutes to get some of them to write these letters, but they did them. Xavier but then he was absent Monday. And so Tuesday I was like, you're gonna have to rewrite your letter. I'd like to give this to the teacher. And yes, ma'am, I know I shouldn't have said that. So he sat down next to me. They wanted to go outside, so we went outside and sat in the front. And he sat by me on the stairs, and he was like, "Could you help me?" He said, "I've never done anything like this before." So just kind of guide me. And I said, I'll guide you. I said, this is what you want to talk about your behavior. You want to talk about how you're going to do better, maybe do your work. I said, I don't really know exactly if it's just a disrespect issue or if it's a disrespect and a lack of participation in class. But that's your theme, and that's what you want to talk about. And so we're going to take that and then create a letter. And I'll guide you as you go if you need help, but let's see what you can do. So he wrote the letter, and it was, I'm really sorry for being disrespectful. Pretty much it's all my fault. I'm going to do better. I give you my promise that I'm going to do. And Ms. Wainscott actually emailed me this morning saying that she felt like the letters weren't just written, but they were written heartfelt with kind words, and that hopefully they stand behind their words for they said and thanked me. So,
Thank you for taking the time to do
oh, no problem.
And you do, for the kids who don't have
Accurate.
any
Right.
that accurately
Oh, goodbye. Yours was a really good one. I kind of went with the affirmation thing for the rest of them, just affirming. So not the ones who act up and I knew they had problems said, okay, you're writing to this teacher. And I don't want to, I know you don't, but you are. So, but the one that said, you never have a problem, just thank a teacher for something they've done for you. And I sat down and I told Dr. B, don't worry, I've proofread all of these. I read every one to make sure that a teacher didn't get a bad note. But, and so, but reading the affirmation ones, like little things from, like that we do that makes a huge difference to these kids. Just being there. One of the things, like I received a letter from a kid just saying thanks for being at school. You don't know what it means to me. Our Clayton, his letter to me was unbelievable. He said, I've never, ever wanted to go to school, ever. And he said, you make me want to be at school every day. And so just stuff like that, I was just like, wow. And I gave them the choice. The thank yous were their choice. You can write to anybody you want, whether they're their teacher this year or not. So some of the past ones. But it was good. I think it was a good experience. I told Coach Box I'm kind of transforming American literature into character ed, handwriting class, and things like this, just because I think they need to learn how to be accountable for their actions and transform. So anyway, that's my good thing.
Yay. Go ahead.
Okay, so I gotta write a thesis.
All I was going to ask is that measure, I know it seems like 5 or 4 is yes, continuous and open, especially for my freshmen, because they're all due right now. But at the end of the term, we'll be going for all the 5 or 4 2 freshmen. So please, look at that for us. Guide them and figure out, like, if the content you feel like they're not appropriate, they're not helpful, they're not meaningful, then let's meet and let's redo them.
I know that Coach Hagan just sent out for the special ed services. It's really not intended to be a gotcha. It's really for us to be able to use. We need to make some adjustments. So sometimes it feels like you're getting a full minute better.
Yeah.
But if you really will just write what's causing that failure in your classroom, then when we do have those meetings, we can make those adjustments. And we got 4 new students this weekend, and 3 of them received special education. So, you may have some new friends in your classes, and we don't know.
They were really fantastic on the special ed numbers in the district as well.
We're recruiting actually.
That's what I'm remembering.
Yeah.
Well, we enrolled 4 new students. So if you have some new friends in your classroom, we don't know why they were going this week, but
Yes.
we're happy to have them.
But if you would, I know those, did anybody bring any they need to turn into me, by the way, on, reevaluate any of your codes that I could do?
Am I supposed to have one?
I was gonna say, we're all living
I
in
know
the
I don't want
I put out a whole, yeah, that would be.
Oh, then no, I don't have one. Okay, good. I was gonna say, did I not do something?
Not need to meet you, I can bring them today, just to help you out. That'd be easy way to bring it back to we really do these phones, I know that. They're not sticking in our and when the kid, yeah.
And Miss Baker is trying to help Cameron with that.
Last period, yes.
And I pulled him for.
He wants to he wants to be with us. So, any reinforcement, encouragement. So, I know it's a pain. I'll talk about it. It's like you want, you give us one, we give you two. But we really do use them at school. So, okay. Thank you.
Kyle.
And that same way, remember, the district does have a documentation of failures fill out on our regular kitchen. When they asked me if we were gonna have to turn those in 3 years ago, I said no. Because each teacher has a different system of how they do the documentation. But if you want to use that, that's a good form to use or to, as a guideline for your template or whatever you do. Because if you do have a parent conference, you want to have something to refer to.
For our thing now, though, I haven't seen them in 2 or 3 years.
I'll check it. They used to be there back in the teacher's around.
Okay, well, I don't mind looking.
Yeah. So those are good forms just to keep in case you have a conference you can refer to. Well, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this.
That's good.
Well, and if I knew Coach Foster would get involved, that's the discussion we need to have too.
Yeah.
What have you done?
Yeah, because I don't want to hurt Sandy or anybody. The new form that we got from Hagen, if you fill out the special ed, I've never seen those before. That is cool.
That's why
It
we
just
use
backs
it
you.
at the bigger districts and stuff too.
Yeah.
That's just a C line.
Yeah,
Every year.
exactly. But I like it. I like it. But, that was cool. That was cool. Because I had 2.
And it helps you with our student pillars. That helps with parent conference. We had a parent conference yesterday with our students, and it was a folder, and here's what we had, here. I mean, it was very helpful. So I need to do that one too. I have an old copy that we had 3 years ago.
We may just need that.
Yeah, I think it's.
Here. What do you have from here in your house?
Just hang in there if you've got parents on your back. That's all. Keep doing what you're doing.
The parents that are coming to y'all, you've had your meetings, you had your AP meetings, did that not explain things, help, or?
No, it's going to take some. There's a disconnect between junior high and high school. This is just an honors course, and that means an extra couple of things to do, but not to the level of what they're. It was eye-opening yesterday to sit in this conference because it was wonderful because we sat and listened to. I'm angry first. Why are you giving so many? Like, why is this? And at the end of it, it was, I'm going to kick his butt when I get home. And it was wonderful that it was realized that the kid is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's the bottom line. And Jenny was, well, he had this to do. Well, she pointed out her board. Is that always on the board? Yes. Like, it's always on the board. We invite them to take a picture of on the board. Well, is that on the website? Yes, it's on the website. So the parent can watch. Like, there are all of these steps that she has taken to ensure that the kid knows what's expected. It's not just Janie feeling like, I'm going to assign this, and it's very difficult. And in fact, we're not even. We talked about how many pages of reading a ninth that we're assigning, and it's still not what the recommended is for the AP course. And we kind of cap it at 30 pages a night, and that's not anything compared to, they're telling me 80 for a senior AP, and there's no way that the kids could do it. So I have 30, and they're struggling with that. So
Electric has 40 to 50 every night.
Yes. And so it's anyway, we're still not, we're climbing there to get to what the course, course. But I know, but we're meeting a lot of problems in the way, and this freshman class is just the biggest whiniest bunch of kids I've ever
Worse
seen.
than the
And
juniors?
the parents, yes, they're not behavior problems, but they are whiny.
Need.
And
You need.
they
They need, yeah.
Yes, very needy, and mom is there to get me on the spot. What'd you do to my kid? My kid's coming home crying and did it. And that was why it was so beautiful, this parent meeting, because, you know, she had done all of these things, and then the parent realized, oh, it's my kid. Oh, they're lazy. Oh, that's why my kid got this. And so that's, anyway, that's why I say, if you're battling any of those, just hang in there. And that, maybe I'm just speaking to you, Jane, because I don't know. It gets you for a while. You feel like you're not doing.
Like, am I doing something
Am I
wrong?
doing something wrong? And
that's
so
the goal. Here's there.
So, and then one thing that I did to help, this is another thing I have on was expectations. My kids are turning in late things, and I have a lot of kids this 9 weeks, AP kids, with, well, I didn't turn that in, and then I felt bad, and I allowed one, so I allow all to turn in late. That is not going to happen the next 9 weeks. So I made an expectation list of what I took from my expectations that first day of school, and said, so I made all these scenarios, and I had them do this quiz first, and then they got, surprisingly, they had a lot of them wrong. And so we talked about each one, and they asked questions, and now we're on the same page. It goes in their folder, so if there's ever a question later, I can pull their folder again and say, wait, no, we're on the same page. Yes, I'll share it with you, and you can edit however. And so anyway, that has been helpful.
Freshman asked me why I won't take something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you just ask me that question?
Mm-hmm.
Or parents will contact you the week of.
They are. Oh my god. They're so disrespectful.
They're bad.
Wow.
Reminder. Oh, but
And I make fun of them when they do that. Oh, are we gonna scratch all day? And they're like, oh.
Start doing to them, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, this is what y'all talking about.
I do that to
That's what
kids.
y'all got.
I have a class and they just beat on the desk. So then one day when I was talking, I just beat while I was talking. They were like, Coach Anderson, you do it to me every day. What's the big deal? I don't understand. That's getting on my nerves. You get on my nerves with it every day. Do you not realize? The whole time I talked one day, I just did this and they were like, would you stop? Oh, you don't like it, do you? Is that not nice? Because you do it to me every day. They're just like, huh? Like, they don't even realize they're doing it. They're like, what?
That's
great.
Last reminder of the poetry for the Veterans Day program. I've had a couple of really, really good ones, and even regulars, they've put a lot into it. A few of them have, and you know, there's the ones that are like.
We're doing ours today.
So,
I have like three who want you to see theirs. And the rest of them.
What are they doing? We need the top 3?
Friday, yeah, take your top 3
Okay, from all the classes.
from all of your classes, yeah. So that we. then
So
we'll
each
grade.
prep or total?
Do what?
Each prep or total?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. It's not before juniors might not say it to. Maybe Joseph. Because I have English 2 pre-AP. Can I do like 2 from each?
Do it.
I just want to give them some kind of incentive. Because I think like Rosendo, Chase, Joseph, that group might do well.
Yes.
One of mine though, I told them about it yesterday. I said, this is what we're doing tomorrow. I'm just giving you a heads up. She came to me after lunch and was like, can you read what I have so far? She's already writing it. It's a junior. I'm like, oh. And I was going to give them like the layout and the template and let them do all that. She's already creating it. I'm like, good girl.
Here's something to fall back on if you want this. You know, do however you want, as long as you're not writing 3 lines and then you turn it in, because it would be completion grade.
Yeah.
But I said there are some proof of that completion grade, and here are the things. And so anyway, some of them are, and they shared with me before too. Renzetti did a couple nights ago, and someone and Addie and I talked about like 45 minutes after school.
I know
so
we had problems
revise.
with her last year, but I guess because her dad was dying or whatever. She is awesome. She puts Nikki in her place every morning. She'll look over and she'll go,
Oh, Nikki. I just wish y'all could have seen Nikki in the 6th grade. I just wish y'all could have seen that.
Wow.
That's
You're
She was
saying
nice.
Nikki is a freshman.
Oh
No,
my God.
she was like tenfold what she is now. She was a mess. 6th grade. Can you imagine her walking around in the 6th grade? I just tell her all the time. I don't even teach her now. I'm like, Nikki, get in there and sit down. Oh. She'll get out in between bells. She comes walking out. Let me tell y'all. Nikki, go sit down. Okay,
She
okay,
came in
okay.
the front door this morning singing.
As long as it wasn't singing well.
Huh?
Was she singing well?
No, it's loud.
No, it's just screaming.
It's
Just screaming.
So good.
It's not singing.
But I love Addie. That is not appropriate, Nikki. Oh, I'm sorry.
And she responds well to people. Nikki does. She just,
Send it on to me. Shakespeare. Don't you have Shakespeare? I know you would like to. Just start sending him to me. Shakespeare.
He can beg. I've never had a kid beg to pass in all my life as much as he begged and he pleaded. That's
But he
it.
doesn't. Yeah.
No.
he did junior work instead of senior work.
I keep my cotton stack here. I'm missing this. We'll go get that. He's not even smart enough to know that he was not doing.
We're not
his-
even doing that right now.
Yeah. So he got junior work. He's a senior. That's how. He just.
That's
Yes.
not something he started doing.
Yeah.
But, you know, he answered the tutorial yesterday.
Oh, good.
And he
Oh, good. He came to you, so I can take him off my list.
not. Well, no. He
Oh.
came one time, so I don't know if that counts. So he come one time.
Well, I'm gonna add him to your list,
I didn't
please.
put him out. I said, "Sit in here," and
I told
will make
Coach
sure
Box.
your name is on the thing.
Yeah, just keep him in your room. I'm gonna delete him off my list when I get back.
Aaron took
Yes.
it.
That's good.
Fine, they both so they can do
You got him. I got two. I took two from someone else. You get a Sean. Okay.
We're
Check.
going.
Him and Shantae cannot be in the same room.
Did you get two from mine?
I got Desmond
He
from
showed up. I know.
Her.
He was mine.
yeah,
Huh?
and I got one from her, Alex. And they actually come. Desmond wanted to come in mine because I already had him in class, and he's very smart, and I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He moved here in May, so he has to take last year's STAR. He's from California,
Oh,
I
so
thought he moved here in like April. Is that how it was?
yeah, maybe so.
Maybe I'm like-
But it was after the STAR test, so he's
Yeah,
never
yeah.
taken the STAR test.
Yeah.
He has to take English and biology.
Hey, did you call Kyle?
No, I
You
have
called
not.
him yet?
No, and I have that list.
I think he gets flustered with me
Okay.
because like he's so used to you
Uh-huh.
like explaining stuff to him. I'm guessing. I don't know, but when I explain it, he like shuts down, and I'm very slow. Like when I explain to him, that's what shocked me that it's like he doesn't want to listen to me. He's like, I don't get it, and I'm like, I literally
He
just
does. He does.
told you the answer.
Is he
Like,
redoing English?
He is, and
Okay.
I pull him only on Fridays because he's an upperclassman. And the ones that I pull are my junior, senior, like that.
You have to pass.
And have to pass. And so he is an only Friday person. And,
Yeah.
but I can. What area do you have him?
Fifth.
I was hoping that it would like back
We're
up to
doing
six.
some questions today and there's a short answer on there. And so I'll go over short answers again for the second time.
He wants a pat on the back. That's what he wants. I mean, like he wants to be coddled and
He
yeah.
Can I just tell a story? Okay, in the book, it says connect to person. That I was talking about, like, symbols. He literally read it.
But that's not what the question.
That had nothing
that
to do
was-
with the
he
question.
just saw the title.
Like, legit. It was about like a truck. The story read something, I don't even remember what story it was. The open window. We read the open window, and he wrote a story about a truck. I was like, and when I pulled him aside, I said, hey, can we talk about this? Because all the questions were like that. And he was like, yeah, I was curious. And he didn't, it's like he didn't click. I said, yeah, but did you read the question after what was in the bold? And he was like, I didn't get it.
No.
Well, what happened?
By the time we got to about 10 minutes, it's on the window, like,
I don't know anyone who's happened.
Yeah, I'm talking about two different stories. I'm talking about the story you're talking about. You're talking about the, yeah, content.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to keep them engaged.
And that's writing essays with
How old is he?
He's a sophomore.
It's like 15.
So why did you have him?
I have him as a freshman.
Freshman
One
last
section
year.
of freshman
Oh, I was
last
gonna say I didn't know you taught freshmen. Okay, that makes more sense.
year. And so I had him. He was front row, and I mean, constant.
Like I taught Slam a couple weeks ago, and he freaked out. He was like,
Yes.
we did 8 or 8. And I was like, you can still do that. Like, don't, it's the same thing. I'm just adding an extra thing at the end. You know, like, don't panic. And he just like,
His writing is good. I mean, he passed one year, he failed the other one.
Part of crossover.
And then he was doing the 3, someone gave him a 2.
okay,
So he's
getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of our bubbles.
Okay.
Speaking of
Just let him do it his way.
where are they going to be lunch? Everybody, like yesterday.
They don't have to go jurisdiction
poor
B. They
Misty,
can go A or
yesterday,
B.
Misty was screaming to the top of her lungs the whole B lunch. Get out of the hall, skip somewhere up. That first one's supposed to be going to lunch now.
The club.
Lunch clubs.
They can pick A or B. They don't have a specific lunch now.
They just gotta find their niche and find their place. And do what they want to do. That kind of ties in, what y'all were talking about, ties into the thing about EOC attendance. I just want to make sure that y'all are happy with what you're seeing with our kids. I know they're not attending the assigned places, but judging by y'all's attendance.
Mm.
But anyway, I do look though, and as I see those kids, I remind them, and if y'all are okay with it, I'm okay with it. If you're feeling like we're getting where we need to be for December, because we're talking about less than 4 weeks now. We'll be testing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not okay
I
with
just-
it, but you can't go down and grab them by the arm.
I went to the cafeteria yesterday because I didn't have any show up. Not one kid. I sure did. I went down there and I was like, "You get to my room."
The older ones, and they went and took the
They
picture.
took senior pictures.
Yeah, I knew. And Alex came and found me. He was like, "Hey, I'm going to take senior picture, so I'm not going to be here today. I just want you to." And I'm really proud of him because I found out the other day. He told
Alex
me,
Brown?
Dale.
Oh,
He's a co-op kid that can leave after 4th period, and he stays every day for tutorial. Well, not every day, but he stays Monday and Wednesday for tutorials instead of going home. He actually comes to my room and stays. I was like, I am so proud of you. He was telling me, I was like, yeah. So, like, he's taking this serious, and he comes, and he came to me yesterday before he went to her room and was like, I'm not going to be here today, but it's not because I'm skipping Coach Anderson. I have to take that picture.
You have
And I said,
Dale.
okay.
What period do you have Dale?
4th?
in my
Because I was gonna say,
in
he was
my
on the
big
list,
senior
so-
class.
so-
Yeah.
And he has an attitude in my class.
See?
Okay.
He does
So we
good.
move y'all over into our report card. Report card came out to the kids today, and today is our report card as a campus. Has everyone had a chance to look at the failure list that Ms. Clark sent out?
Yeah, it's like 12 pages long.
I was looking at
The
she
email she
said,
sent out yesterday. And it has this attachment of 13 pages of our children's names and what classes they're taking.
you think she sent it to everyone?
Maybe just department heads or just coaches.
I got it
Okay.
as a coach.
And if you would like to see it or like a copy, here is my copy, and you're more than welcome to make copies over there and take that. But this is a list of all of our babies that have failures and how many classes they're failing and what grades they have. Okay?
Is that normal for it to be that
That's what I
long?
think is fair.
Good. Because I was like,
My question was, and we started the PAC thing this year, and I was specifically wanting to look at how the freshmen did out of the gate versus last year's freshmen out of the gate. And I know they're two different groups of kids, but I do think this is a good indicator of where we're headed. And it also shows you from last year's class to this year's class how they are doing collectively. So I want you to have this. These are how our grades, our report cards look like. We'll take a minute to look at that.
Try not to give it to one hour. Try not to give it.
Okay. So the thing that jumps out on this sheet to me is our ninth grade from this year to last year. Last year at this time, we had a 54% failure rate of our freshmen. We're at 29%. So we almost cut that in half with just 1 year's difference. And we dropped our more than one class from 27% to 9%. So most of our freshmen that are failing now are just failing one class. That's very, very good. And that doesn't put them behind and load up our credit recovery and get a good presentation. So kudos to our PAC teachers. I know they did a hard job for 9 weeks, keeping those kids at bay and pounding them and staying on them. Kudos to our coaches for pulling our freshman athletes in the morning and making them have study hall. Really appreciate that. I think that had a lot to do with it. Looking down through your 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, just kind of look at the 14-15 list for the 10th grade, and that'll be your current 11th graders. So you can kind of compare apples see what our 11th graders are doing. Last year, 28% unfailed first 6 weeks. This year, 38% unfailed first month. So, the juniors are, as you'll see, are issues that we have to really handle like this in the top of that. But our juniors last year, up to our seniors this year, they got their failures in half, and they're really starting to get with the program and really working hard. It's indicated by what y'all talked about, how your seniors are working, advocating for themselves. But that's just our report card of what our report card looks like as a campus. Now, interesting is how correlation between failures go with that list that Jamie has, as how many kids come to school or do not come to school. I want you to have a copy of this. Under our new law, thank you, Senator Whitmire, we have to have parent-teacher meetings, parent administrator meetings with each of these kids because they have now 3 or more absences. And attendance continues to be an issue. Our class that did the best 9 weeks is the freshman class, 97% attendance. The class that did the worst,
Juniors. Guaranteed, because that chart I fill out weekly. How much?
94% attendance. But you look here, how many of these kids are juniors? I think there's a lot of juniors on this list that I gave you. So as you have your kids in class, pound the dog out of them about not being here.
Wow.
You know, even if you don't miss them, tell them you do. So we notice when you're not here. That's what we're saying. And y'all encourage Michael, he's doing the drug test again.
And his dad, I'm all the Villamanses, and he lied to his dad because his big brother Mitch is where he's getting it from, but he doesn't want to snitch because he said Mitch would beat the total crap out of him. And you know,
He would too.
Mitch would, didn't he? So he had to lie to his dad. Okay. Final. Thank you. Are we doing it both semesters?
Yes.
Okay. You can hold this over their head. In their absence criteria?
What about tardies? How many tardies?
3.
Okay. They asked me yesterday,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
We have 2 studies.
Okay, so we are gonna have,
Yeah.
okay.
It's in the handbook, but I'll get Leah to send it to y'all. I can show them that exemption policy. Students all have it. They've already started asking me.
Where did they get it from? Because I thought they just showed up all of a sudden like this week. Where did they get the paper from?
The exemption?
Yeah.
It's in the handbook. I put it in there this time.
Maybe they got it in Packers.
Maybe so. Yeah, I can share with you.
Oh, that's
The last thing on the report card that I want to share with you is discipline. I think it is all a correlation, all ties together. I don't have the list right now, but I'll get it for you later. I was just looking at the discipline across the classes. We have had, in the first 9 weeks, we had 83 discipline referrals. That's less than half of what we had last year during the start of school. So I think capturing kids' hearts, that brings merit to that and what we're trying to do and accomplish in relationships and what are you doing, what are you supposed to be doing, et cetera, et cetera. When you break it down by classes, the class with the least amount of discipline,
Sophomores.
freshmen.
Oh, wow.
6 write-ups is all. The entire 9 weeks of that entire class.
Wow.
And that was
I think
for
they're
our
sweet. They're just fine.
dangerous behavior, defiant behavior, disruptive behavior, not following directions, and skipping. That's the 6. The next one,
Going to lunch, getting taught, stupid.
the next class, well, actually, no, I was wrong. The seniors had first place. They had 5 write-ups. 4 for tardy, 1 for skipping class. JJ Arrington leads in tardies with 20.
He leads in hall walking too.
Okay. Our third place in discipline is our sophomore class. They had 22 write-ups. And of course, our leader is our juniors. They had 50.
Oh, God. Are you serious?
22 to 50. Almost double the next class. So, it's something to be said about that.
How do you master 50 write-ups in 8 weeks of school?
And Leah's going to pull the list for me. I wanted to look at how many repeat offenders we have and correlate them to how many are on that list versus how many are on that list.
Right.
Because it's something. We could go through the names of the ER. hence why we have at-risk, and hence why we have Mr. Wesley working with them. And his focus this 9 weeks is going to be pounding the dog out of these same kids and meeting with them, pulling in parents, getting community support if they need it, and trying to fill in the gaps to help these kids get over that hump. So anyhow, keep working on what we're doing. So that's our report card for the campus. I wanted y'all to have that. Good talking points as we move through.
Can I just add one
Yes,
thing?
you may.
Okay, that reminds me. In your journals, do you see anything that worries you or concern you, just for reading their journals and what they're writing? And to just, until we can catch something or maybe help do it probably because they write everything in the journals. Like if you open it up, you see they write everything. And so it's good for us, and a lot of times, like, have you read that journal yet? Have you read that journal yet? And they want to know. So,
Yeah, somebody be able to. Okay, you had a homework assignment last time. I'm not going to check to see if you did it. But this was one of our articles that we're supposed to read. Did anybody remember anything that was an aha out of this help them? So remember, October is Emotional Health Month. How's your emotional health for the end of October? 9 weeks are over, so it should be better. Should be smiling. I hear some good things. I see a lot of good things. And
After 9 weeks, other than the first 6 weeks of no pack for flight, that's what I was talking to Hagan about. Because they said, Bob, I said, you going to on tour or are you staying here? He said, oh, I don't have to go anymore because the numbers are so down with junior high football. Like, I don't have to go anymore. We can get them all in one bus.
So for those that have forgotten about the article, the 7 things were to find joy in other success, which y'all do, cultivating perspective and reframe, tweaking things as you go along, ditching the easy caricature, exploring the ethics of teaching, embracing humility, value intellect, that's why we meet here, and maintain your passion and your playfulness.
That's my favorite one. Allowing them to find mistakes.
What'd you say?
Allowing them to find mistakes in yourself. Just to show them that you're not perfect and then laugh about it instead of like, yeah, my bad, I screwed up, anything like that instead of being defensive. And because there are teachers I feel that are defensive and the kids say like, they're just joking and they're just playing in it. And then it's like a negative thing. It becomes a negative thing. And it could be just an atmosphere that's lightened. Like, oh, yeah, my bad. I messed up, So.
And that was one of the things I wanted to make last thing because I wanted them to see you outside of English class. To see that you are a real person.
Right.
And that's important. I had a teacher at Adobe. She would intentionally put an error in her writing somewhere during the day. It's either on the board or on a presentation or over. And the kids, if you catch it, you get bonus points. And my goodness, those kids were just real close because they were looking for that error. See if it's a misspelled word or
Oh, yeah. Nothing can be messed up. Nothing can be messed up.
The second thing that we had to read was the Speaking of the King's Band. Did you learn anything about the cool stuff you didn't already? Or you just mind that?
Yeah. Struggling with their self-identity of who they are.
Is it a boy thing, a girl thing, or both of them?
Both. Like, I think, like, one of the things that I always laugh, like, Mr. Welch used to always say, like, he even brought it up in our teacher. He said it last time I worked here about, no, they're not doing it to be disrespectful. That's just how their mind works. And that's how they think. That's how they saw it. Yeah. That's how they saw it. They're not saying that because they're lying or they're trying to create a story, but that's how they see it. Like, in their mind, that's how they see it. And it's interesting to me because I took a human genetics class in college and, like, studying the human brain and the adolescent brain versus even the man and woman brain. It was very enlightening. I always mess with brain because men cannot multitask. No offense, Dr. B. But, like, it's human. Like, if you study the human genetics, it's humanly impossible for a man to multitask in that sense. So when they're watching TV and they're zoned in, they're not trying to ignore you. They really can't hear you.
Exactly.
Like,
I have
it's
to
not
hit pause and
possible.
Stop it, and they get mad because I stopped it. I said,
Yeah,
I
I cannot.
I can just do what you're saying.
Yeah, their brain does not work that way. And so I always was with Brent, I was like, yeah, because your brain doesn't work that way. You know, he cannot do it. Like, but it was cool because most people think it's just out of, just out of frustration of they're just ignoring me, or no, they really cannot do it.
Like,
It's
just at
humanly
our house, when
impossible.
our 17-year-old start having a conversation, he loves to talk all the time. And so he starts talking to me, and I don't answer because I'm into my show. or
Right.
whatever it is, and then he starts answering for me. He changes his voice, and my wife just cracked up. What's the
What
matter?
is-
He said he's having a conversation
With
us
you,
talking.
with yourself. So it's very cool.
I
Though.
had a 45-minute conversation this morning with one of our English students' parents, and one of the and about parenting and how to parent a teenage girl, and never having raised girls. And he was expressing to me some of these things and understand. He said, "But I always remember what my daddy told me." And he told me this the other day. Whenever they get to move from the back seat from the car seat to the regular seat to come sit in the front seat, just because they're sitting in the front seat does not mean they're an adult. Remember to have those conversations that this is a child. This is, even though they have a big body,
Right.
that they are not our peers, they are not our equals, and they do not think like you think.
That's
He
so
said
true.
that to me this morning in the conference. I said, that is very good. I will share that with my teachers. Because we think they're adults, but that mind is not.
But they're really not.
And I think I'll be better teacher when my kids go to the teenage years. Now I've got 11. And he still knows me. But he's like 5. And so I think it's really eye-opening. And I'm like,
Was he a kid? Anyhow, I hope y'all got something out of it. I have 2 articles I'm going to share with y'all today, and we'll close. The first one is How Self-Control Drives Student Achievement. Pass those around for me. It's more about brain research and how high schools can foster a crucial skill at a time when the brain is most ready to learn it. How do you teach kids to have self-control? How do we teach ourselves to have self-control? And that's kind of interesting to look at, because as you know, we talked about it here, from freshman to senior, there's so much change in those little minds and how they act and behave. And they're still in the formative years. And self-control is so important for our end product, our post-cancer products. So when they go out there, that they have self-control, they don't get themselves in a bunch of debt, that they don't get themselves in a bad relationship, so that they don't jump at the first job that comes to them. They know how to go through an interview. I mean, all kinds of things. So take that and read.
I need to do this with my juniors.
I'm sitting there thinking.
Self-control, juniors.
And even my seniors, like.
The reaction.
But as you talk and as you have them write, and as you have them journal, some of these topics here are really good about making them think through the decision, not to see the tree, but to see the forest. All of those things. And the last article I'm going to share with you is about emotions. It's interesting to watch the emotions of the campus and of our students and of our faculty. And we have the full gamut here at Liberty High School. We're big enough that you can find probably one of every kind of emotion out there on any given day. I can find somebody that's happy, somebody that's crying, somebody that's mad, somebody that's depressed. That's just in the background. But also in your classroom too. And one of the things that we have to learn as adults and to teach our kids is that emotions do matter. Emotional intelligence does matter. Realize whenever you need that break. Realize whenever you need that time out. Whenever that kid needs, hey, just go take a few minutes, go take a walk, go get your drink. And be able to pick up. And the big thing is, it goes, of course, to safe, caring, and effective school is what we're trying to achieve here.
So when I have an emotional breakdown, I can walk out.
If you need a break, we'll
Just
cover
tell
your
me.
class. Go to class.
Tell me so they don't tear your room out.
But you would rather take a break than to do something you regret. So, Emotions do matter, and it also with our kids, be sensitive to know your kids. One of the things I tried with y'all is that y'all know these kids backwards and forwards. If I were to bring out a name, y'all could tell me story after story. You could tell me their strengths, their weaknesses. You could tell me all about their home life, what's going on. Barbara Lynn is the best gossiper in the world as far as knowing about the kids, what's going on in their lives. That's not a gossip. That's just, she knows. And,
They just tell.
Yeah.
Like this morning, the kid comes in fixing to kill somebody and said, "No, you're not. No, you're not." No, this. But going back to all that, I still think this department is very unique
it is.
because we all eat together and we literally talk just about every day. We talk about English or something. And I just don't think the other departments have that bonding.
I'm going to ask you 5 questions, those that the author asked. How do you feel in the morning when you enter school?
Happy. Are we supposed to answer or just think?
What emotions do you experience throughout the day while teaching?
Depends on the class.
What emotions do you experience when you walk the hall, when you're in the lunchroom, when you're grading your papers, when you're in the lounge? Which student and colleagues evoke pleasant versus unpleasant emotions in you? And how do you feel when you walk out the door at the end of the day? That's emotional.
Accomplished.
There you go. You walk out saying, I can't wait to come back.
Sometimes I don't
go.
though. Yeah, sometimes I'm like,
Thank God it's 3:30.
Thank goodness that bell just rang.
And there are days where you have both.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all are making fun of trading off for so and such and such. Yeah, that's an emotional response.
Yeah.
So
Trying to evade.
keep that in mind when you're reading through that. I find that some very good stuff, very refreshing, just to kind of remind us of what we do, but maybe we forgot.
You posted something about when I thought I had a good day at work.
Yeah.
I like to laugh at this. I put things in perspective anytime I'm kind of like, oh, I have to do this. It puts me in a bad mood. This has been my favorite teaching. I love my courses.
because it's not like last year.
And I love seniors. Like, I didn't think that I would. My experience with coming in at the half year with seniors.
Just
That I
like
just
first
wanted
period.
seniors. I know. And
I
took
know,
it first.
but I ended up liking my junior first
And I
period.
really
So,
did, and I didn't think that I would love it that much. And so that's
You can
why
have
I
American.
it's
Is so
boring.
boring. I did American folklore yesterday off the internet just because I can't take junior textbook anymore right now.
By the way, if y'all have poetry, I found my kids yesterday they were laughing about poetry. And they were in movies. It's always cheesy and funny, and it's never good. Why is it never good? So we kind of talked about why the movie might do that, and then I have this ode to Whataburger. It's really funny.
And they all
like
love
it.
Whataburger?
It's a 3-minute clip, and since I'm grading your journals, I have some at home, and so they didn't write a journal today, but that took the place of, and so ode to Whataburger. It is really
And they're
funny,
obsessed
they get to
over that.
Oh yeah, they're obsessed over Whataburger.
Yeah. They
And
talk about it all the
so,
time.
I think I ended up just YouTubing ode to Whataburger because I saw an article about it, and then I watched the video. So your kids will love it.
You'll see like my learning environment. Learning all the other things that we need.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so
Good things, probably paperwork, discussion
home for
on
bacon?
department as well as our
Really?
articles that it gives us each week to read.